Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good evening to Madam Nur Ariba binti Zamri. My name is Ahmad Iqbal bin Mazhafizi and I am from 3C7. So today I'll be delivering my persuasive speech. Study shows that the crash rate of teenagers below 16 years old is higher compared to any other stages of age. The minimum driving age in Indonesia is currently set at 17 years old. However, the increasing number of young drivers without any driving license in the world right now involved in road accidents and fatalities is worrying and terrifying. According to Foundation for Traffic Study, crash rate in 2014 of teenagers between 16 and 17 years old is high due to illegal and underage driving. There are several reasons why underage driving is not allowed all over the world. It is well understood that the extra risk for young people to have for crash involvement is due to inexperience and characteristics associated with the youthful age and the interaction between the two factors. Characteristics of adolescence and appetite for strong sensations and emotionality, sometimes poor judgment and making decisions, and strong peer influences. As we all know that teenagers always rush things. They are not matured enough in making decisions. Moreover, most of them are more likely to experience first time experience driving, so they do not familiar on how the gas works, how to put on their feet, how to put their feet on the pedals, and they do not know how the braking system works. They do not familiar on how the steering wheel works. So everything is new. Basically, they are not familiar with the real life driving situation is. So this is why the crash rate for the teenagers is slightly higher compared to any other stages of age. Authorities in Malaysia, such as PDRM and JPJ, should do regular roadblocks at least 2 or 3 times a month in all areas in Malaysia. The roadblocks could be done for 2 or 3 times in a month so that all young drivers or underage drivers in Malaysia won't have any courage to drive around freely without getting their driving license. Why I say so is because when they are consistently regular or consistently roadblocks that the authorities do at all areas, the drivers will do not have any courage to drive around. Moreover, parents in our country and also in the world should not let their children to drive around before getting their driving license. Parents should be more committed and play their role. They need to check on their children activities, especially on teenagers age, because during teenager the children are more likely to spend their time with friends and go out and hang out with the people they like. So the parents all over the world should notice what the activities for the children. The parents could not simply give the key to the children and allow their children to drive around, because that is very wrong to the society. When an accident happen, it involves other people too, not just the driver alone. By practicing the recommended solutions to this problem, I strongly believe that many lives could be saved, including our loved ones. Because when accident happen, for example, young drivers who drive a car could involve in accident. For example, they could hit other people's car that can cause a death or injuries. so that it will not affect to the drivers itself, so it affect on the people on the surrounding. um, so it is very dangerous and very bad. So this problem is a very serious issue that the authorities and the society will need to focus on how to cater this issue, because I believe if the if the authorities and all the people around the world could play their role, um, crash the crash rate in our country and also in the crash rate in the world could be reduced by 50% if the authorities could do their job properly. Imagine if young people could still drive freely around the town and without getting caught by the authorities. This problem could still happen. People can still have injuries and maybe death. It will cause death. And also the bad effect is on the medical issue also. The medical cost will be high, because if the teenagers involved in accident or crash, they need to go to the hospital. The parents need to bring their children to go to the hospital, so that it will burden them and the medical cost is high. To prevent any unwanted injuries and death, authorities that I mentioned, such as PDRM and JPJ, should play their roles completely, and they have to be committed to their responsibilities by doing regular roadblocks and checking on underage driving issue. The offender should be charged accordingly, so that this problem could be avoided and save as many lives as we can in the future. Moreover, the offender should be taken to the court and and be charged sufficient enough of money, so that when other people get the news, and they will learn and know on what is the bad effect of underage driving. I believe in our country the minimum driving age is 17 years old. I think is very good, because 17 years old, teenagers can can learn on how to drive properly without getting involved in accident. But however, if the minimum driving age is lower to 16 years old, it will be an serious issue, because the age of 16 years old is very low, and the teenagers are not mature enough to making any decisions or driving. So that is all from me. Thank you very much, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.